they need me. Gotta get respect from my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state and God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing this.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on their in-state rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
They're on the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Proctor. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Operating from the gun, Proctor. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's great. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Proctor trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Proctor. That's going to be caught by Rivers. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. But, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Texans nothing.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Off play action. Proctor. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Michael Parsons in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. In motion is Gray. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, at least the NFL in interceptions have really added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen here to Tolbert. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Cowboys at 10-1 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just prove to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Proctor. And a quick throw here that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion is Gray. On 1st down, Dorsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Off the play fake. Proctor. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Proctor. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
Now on 4th down on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go. Set. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Houston.
They'll run on 1st down. Dorsey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
This 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Let's see now, Charles, that's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
He's into space past the 25. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment it is. Congratulations. And he's still doing it. Still doing it at a high level.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. That is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Off the option, that's complete. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off play action. Proctor. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Well, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Proctor. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Texans to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Proctor, throw left side, complete. That's Gray. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Dorsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The 4th down pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, 43. Attack!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come back! Yellow!
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
15. Yellow.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Off play action. Proctor. He's going to wind up and air it out. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Yellow.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try.
There he goes left side. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10.
Color. 15. Easy.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now it's Mahomes again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%. But it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because